So JD is coming off of one of his biggest wins ever, and you know what? The media, they are salty. I mean, here is actual footage of Salon putting that article together. Tasty, right? They aren't the only ones getting salty either. Oh no, behind the scenes, apparently a certain nameless person's team have been trying to shut things up, but you know what? They haven't been able to shut any of this stuff down. See, they not only see themselves losing control of the narrative in places like Twitter, I mean, look how much traffic this has right here, but they've also started losing control in their own backyard. Articles like this, they keep popping up again and again, asking questions a lot of people want to know the answers to. And despite the fact that they really want to censor this topic, they want to control the narrative on it, you know what? This thing, it just won't go away. See, think about how desperate this is. Just 2 weeks ago, you had some of these organizations creating a false narrative to try to make sure that this guy, he couldn't get awards. He can't have anything from Hollywood. Basically, he's shut down. And then this decision hits. And this decision, like I said, it's a big win in the court. It's a big win in the media. Big win in the public sphere. And you know what? I think that scares these organizations. I think it scares them quite a bit. Why? Because it challenges their authority. It challenges everything that they wanted to do. So much, in fact, that the new narrative now is, we couldn't have been trying to cancel that guy all this time. Oh no. Why? Because he's a powerful man. And powerful men, they're uncancelable. Oh, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So if you don't know what set all of this off, or even if you do, I think this is pretty entertaining to talk about. You had a court decision come in recently. This decision says that the Virginia trial, it's going to move forward. That nameless person, they can't shut it down. They've tried 3 times already, by the way. 3 times, and they haven't been able to do that. And what's more, the Virginia judge said that the UK trial, that might have not been justice at all. Quote, "The court is not persuaded by defendant's argument that plaintiff had a full and fair opportunity to litigate the UK action. Defendant was not a party in the UK action and was not treated as one. Because she was not named defendant, she was not subject to the same discovery rules applicable to named parties. Basically, you couldn't take her to task. She could say whatever she wanted. You couldn't put her on blast. And the UK judge, he wouldn't allow it when they asked for that. That's very important to note." Now, like I was saying at the beginning, you could see the media's desperation even before this decision dropped. They went after San Sebastian Festival, for example, creating an out-and-out lie, turning a Twitter post into an interview with the Associated Press, turning one person with 780 followers into female filmmakers, plural. Yeah, for a little while there, I think that they thought they could still manage this narrative, that they could keep everyone in line, they could keep people from speaking out, and then boom, you have this decision drop, and suddenly everyone is interested. I mean, look at this. You have everything from the Washingtonian, you have Fox Business, MovieWeb, People. I mean, everybody is talking about this decision. And that discussion, well, let's just say it's leading to other discussions that should have happened along the way. Discussions like this, talking about Aquaman 2 and keeping on a certain nameless person. Whether or not that was a smart decision. And more importantly, that discussion, it started reframing narratives. It's allowing people to ask hard-hitting questions. Like, why did Warner take sides in this? Why are they ignoring all of the evidence is out there? Why do they think fans shouldn't be listened to? When Peter Safran came out and said the Aquaman 2 producer, they never thought about what the fans were saying. Yeah, why exactly did they think that was such a good move to say? Now, the response to that from the mainstream media has been an interesting one to behold because, like I said at the beginning, it's salty. I've also called it desperate, but more than that, it mirrors what that nameless person has been trying to say all along. It tries to diminish culpability. Hear from Salon, for example. They try to fire back. What do they fire back with? That guy over there, that's a guy. You can't cancel a man. JD isn't being boycotted. He's a powerful man with options. Look at all the way powerful men like JD will always have second chances to fall back on. Now, the narrative that they're trying to switch to, it's a particularly nasty one, too. Like I said, they are salty. They still want this guy gone. And the way that they're doing it, well, they're calling it consequences. Consequences of allegation. Quote, since 2016, JD has faced the consequences for abuse allegations, including being dropped from the previous role in Harry Potter film Fantastic Beasts, losing the aforementioned libel lawsuit in the UK. They don't mention the Disney stuff. They don't mention the public beating there, but it's crazy. They're saying that it's consequences just of allegation alone. So apparently, you don't have to do anything at all. Someone just has to come out and say something about you. And they go even further, saying, you know what? It's really, really hard to see him as a hapless victim of cancel culture, considering he has money, considering he can still get awards. Like I said, that is nasty, and then some. Now, this framing, it gets a lot nastier, too. I mean, listen to this here. Are the Me Too movement and its quote-unquote boycott. See, now they like to use words like consequences. They call what they're doing boycotts, because, of course, they're not just out and out ruining people's lives, really ruining these men's lives, as they and their defenders often claimed. Or is it feminist culture backlash really just propelling them onto the next opportunity lined up for them elsewhere in spaces that are a lot less concerned with the treatment of women? I mean, look at that, how it's framed. Look at the shot that they take at JD. Look at the shot that they take at anyone that has a problem with this kind of stuff. You see the desperation, like I say. You see the anger in this argument. Yeah, this allows people to do anything that they want when they're doubling and tripling down. We're just boycotting. We're just looking at the consequences of allegations. Yeah, They get much, much nastier in this article, too. Listen to this here. Still, JD is the ultimate victim in the eyes of his fans. No matter how much he may whine or self-pity equate growing industry concerns about gender-based violence as a wrongful boycott against him, he continues to hold tremendous power. Notice those words there. He may whine. He may throw a pity party about that. And you know what? He's the ultimate victim in the eyes of his fans. Then they go on to say the real problem in this is that people, when they heard these allegations, they actually had blowback for that nameless person. They wanted them to go away from the movie of Aquaman 2. That's the real problem here. Yeah, that's not consequences, mind you. Them throwing out allegations that turned out to be false and people saying that needs to stop. It needs to stop now. Nope, that's not consequences. This guy, he's facing the consequences. He's whining. He's self-pitying. Yeah, just like the people I mentioned at the beginning that are filing false police reports, that are doxing and on. Have an entire video on that if you missed that too. But it shows you the desperation. It shows you that the big wins, they just keep coming. They can't shut this stuff down. So what do? They resort to this kind of stuff and much, much worse. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. As always, too, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. You want to help out? You want to go further? Links in the description. Merchandising, PayPal, Patreon, all the good stuff. But you being here, that matters. So thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm going to end here with a see you soon.